Good day, gentlemen. If your woman ever says, I want the old you back, your relationship is fucked. Unless you understand what I'm about to tell you. Because my girl and I will have our 7-year anniversary in a couple of days from now. But I've struggled with this quite a bit. I've heard this sentence quite a bit. And I was always able to course correct, which not only led to the fantastic, deep relationship that we now have, but it also led to me becoming more like the man that I truly want to be. They say a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So listen up here. Learn from my mistakes so that you don't repeat them. Let's get right into this. Oh, and by the way, don't mind my shirt. There's a couple stains on this because I ate a lot of pomegranates yesterday because it's pomegranate season here. And yeah, you get the point. There's a couple spots on here. I didn't care. Anyway, let's get into the video. So I have this client that I've been working with for a couple months now. His name is Marcus. He's 25 and he went through exactly this, which is why he even started working with me in the first place, because his girlfriend of right around 3 years broke up with him in a quite painful way. They even had a house together, everything. Because the old Marcus wasn't there anymore, and she told him that over and over again. But the truth is, the old Marcus was there. But Marcus was hiding that version of himself. He was hiding his true self, which that's who his girlfriend got attracted to and started falling in love with when they first met. And Marcus didn't hide that for just some random reason. He hid that side of himself because he thought that that way he would satisfy his girlfriend. And the exact opposite happened. And I fell into this trap, and millions, if not billions of men fall into this exact same trap in this very moment. You might think right now, hey, that's fantastic, that's very loving of him to change himself for his girlfriend to satisfy her more. But really, here's the thing. He thought he was satisfying his girl. He thought, oh, what does she want? What does she say that she wants? And really, he didn't pay attention to what she truly wanted. He didn't know what she truly wanted, which was his strength and his integrity. The identity, the markets that she fell in love with. And he was so confused because he was always like, but you're telling me to do this and do this and do this. And he followed everything that she said, when she didn't say this to change him, but to challenge him. And I want to make that distinction very clear to you later on. Now you might ask yourself, okay, so then do I just have to always stay the exact same? Like the exact same person that my girlfriend fell in love with? And you might also be asking yourself, why would she then even say that he has to change? That he has to do something different? Let's go into both of that. So, first of all, should you stay the same? Absolutely not. You should evolve. That's what life is about, evolution. Now, when I say evolution, I don't mean going against your core values. I don't mean becoming someone completely different. I mean getting closer and closer and closer to who you truly are, to your true identity, to your higher self for the spiritual people. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example. When my girl got to know me, I didn't have a business. Now I have a business, so I changed. So now she doesn't love me anymore, right? No, bullshit. Back then, I had other pursuits, other passions, other projects, other goals. I've always been some kind of ambitious, goal-striving person. And that's who she fell in love with. And I'm not changing that. And especially who she fell in love with is someone who went his own path, who took other people's feedback into account, right? Because you can only make good decisions with more information, not with more time. People always say, oh, I need more time to make a good decision. Bullshit. You need more information. And so I take other people's information into account to make my own decision. For example, when my parents told me, hey, you need to go to university because that's the best way, I took their information into account and then started my own business. If I had gone to university, I would have changed my identity, because I would have only done that because my mother, my father, and my friends back in school all told me, all pressured me, to be honest, to go to university. But I'm not someone who just follows other people's advice blindly. I make my own decisions, and I've always done that. And that's one of the things that my girlfriend fell in love with. And so I continued to do that, and I started my own business. And so I evolved, I changed, but I stayed the same. I got closer actually to who I am truly at my core. That's what you should be doing. Because in every other path, I would have destroyed a part of me that was truly me. And everyone around me would have seen that. I would have destroyed a part that I like about myself. I would have destroyed a part that my girlfriend fell in love with, and so on and so forth. And now here's the thing. My parents didn't understand this back then, neither did anyone else. But I understood, and that's all that mattered. And now, years later, I've created the exact life that I wanted to create. This is the sea. This is the ocean behind me. I surf every day. I'm from Germany. There's no surf in Germany, but I love surfing, right? And so here's the thing, man. My parents just visited me here for the first time, actually. And now they understand. And they understand that I made that decision mostly from integrity and from strength. And that it took a lot of work and a lot of strength and a lot of courage to actually make that decision. That's who I am. I make those decisions. And here's the thing. You know this actually. You might have made this experience. When you look a man into his eyes, you can see whether you can trust him or not, whether he has integrity or not. You can even do that with yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. You see whether you have integrity or not. You see whether your thoughts, your words, and your actions align. Fuck, my camera is overheating. Yeah, it's getting hot here. I'll be honest, I shouldn't have worn jeans for this. It's getting way too warm, which is nice. I like warm weather. Anyway, that answers question number 1 you had, right? Should I just stay the same then? No, you should. Here, your core, that's where you should go. You shouldn't just stay the same person and just do the same job and live the same life over and over. No, you should chase and go after who you truly want to be and how you truly want to live, essentially, right? Just live with integrity is all I'm saying. Live your truth. And this also goes into the second part here. Second question that you might have asked yourself, which is, why does she then even fucking say that I should change if she doesn't want me to change? Well, she doesn't want you to change. She wants to give you a challenge to see that she can't get you off your path, that you have integrity, that you will live your truth, that you are honest, that you are authentic, and that you are trustworthy. And by the way, when you talk about trustworthy, people are like, but I just want to be attractive. Trustworthiness is the most attractive thing there is. Why do you think that women see a tall man with broad shoulders and a chiseled face as attractive? Because that man seems strong, seems like he has high testosterone, can probably protect her. It's trustworthiness, not fucking attractiveness. Why does she care that you have a chiseled jawline? She doesn't fucking care. Why would her primal female brain think that that's great? Fuck no. She thinks, this man is trustworthy. And if you're not 6'5", I'm not 6'5", by the way. If you're not 6'5" and handsome and whatever else, you can still have integrity. You can still be trustworthy. That's much more attractive when it comes to deeper attraction than just physical, than anything else. And so here's the thing, she gives you challenges, right? The red pill, manosphere, whatever, childlike guys, honestly, they don't understand this. They have the right ideas, but they have such an immature perspective on this. They're such man-children that they just don't understand this. So here's the thing, the red pill calls this tests, right? Shit testing. These are challenges. She's not testing you. If you don't succeed at one of those tests or challenges, as I call them, you're not just like gonna get broken up with or cheated on. Bullshit. She gives you challenges for 2 particular reasons. Number 1, so that she sees that she can't get you off the path. Because if she says something and you immediately do what she says, even though she knows that you want to do something different, you're not trustworthy. She can't trust you, brother. And number 2 is because she can see who you truly are. She doesn't see who you are right now, she sees who you can be. And she wants you to get there. She loves you. And so she gives you challenges, as the feminine does, so that you grow, because the masculine grows by a challenge, brother. And she gives you these challenges in your relationship because they're rather small challenges. But life will give you much bigger challenges. So in a way, she is preparing you for the challenges of life. Boys, the camera keeps overheating, but I'm gonna stay here until this video is done because I want you to learn this. So, at the end of the day, she gives you these challenges to, number 1, reassure herself. Number 2, give you challenges that you can grow through. And there will be situations where she will test a decision that you've made to see whether you made that decision from integrity. An example would be when I cut off my hair. I actually had a man bun a couple years ago, long ass hair, because surfing, right? Anyway, buzzed off my hair, like what, 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. My girl loved my old hair. She got to know me with my long hair. Until this day, she sometimes is like, oh, I want you to grow your hair out again, whatever. No, maybe one day, but right now, no. I love the buzz cut. It's so cool. Yeah, it helps me focus, I'll be honest. I don't want to be bothered right now with washing hair every 3 days. Thing is, she might love my old hair, but what she loves more is my integrity and my strength and my courage to be myself and to make my own decisions and to have direction in life. Because women can read you like a fucking book. She sees whether you made a decision with courage and with integrity or not. Whether you just follow someone else's path or whether you forge your own path. She can see that. That's feminine intuition for you. That's why in ancient Greek myths you have an oracle which was usually a young virgin woman. Feminine intuition. And the thing is, this is one of those things that I also want you to understand here. One of my mentors, and by now friends, feels like an older brother for me now, named Ryan. He has a YouTube channel as well, by the way, called The Conscious Man. Check that out, if you want to. He told me, months ago, he said to me, hey, what if she never sees who you could be, but she already sees you that way? What if she never sees your potential, but she already sees that you are that person, and whenever you get off that path, she calls you out on your bullshit? And that's exactly what happens. The feminine is a mirror for the masculine. The feminine will always mirror back to you where you are fucking up, aka not living in alignment, aka getting off your path, aka not living your truth. Now, of course, she might express this in a very unclear and very clumsy way. But if you want to have a fulfilling relationship with a woman, you need to understand a woman's language. You need to understand how a woman talks. The fucking camera is overheating again. Bro, okay, it didn't turn off this time, at least that. But you need to understand a woman's language. You need to understand the language of the feminine. You need to understand how the feminine works. And that's a very tricky thing to say, because the one thing you can't do with the feminine is understand her. There's no logic in the feminine. And to be honest, you need to grow into a man who is okay with that. Who is okay with not having language. Who is okay with not having logic in a lot of his women's words and actions and whatever else. Someone who is able to be that rock in the current. There is no logic in the... I mean, there is, of course, cause and effect in a current, right? But still, let's just say there's a completely chaotic current. You can never predict it. You need to be that rock in the current that stays steady and loves that current. Now, one final thing. If you are someone who wants to take his own relationship to that deeper and higher level, then I want to offer you my help. And I want to explain to you how you could literally be talking to me personally within a couple of hours from now. Because I've already helped a bunch of men who were in very similar positions to yours, and I've helped them build this relationship with their woman, where their woman was so radiant, so loving, so open, so joyful, so fun to be around, so passionate. And they felt so admired and desired and respected and at peace. These men felt, simply put, stuck as fuck. That's a funny rhyme. Anyway, they felt stuck as hell. And they didn't see their relationship. They didn't have a positive vision for their relationship. They just saw it doomed, essentially. And what I offered them was a free alignment call with me. This is not a free coaching call. My time is too limited for that these days. But it is a call where me and these guys individually talked about what was actually holding the relationship back from thriving. And we figured out whether I could help them. And this is also what I want to offer to you now. Quick disclaimer, this is not for broke guys who want some quick fix, free advice, whatever bullshit. I'm not doing any of that. This is for men in a stable financial position who want to take their relationship to that next level and who are willing to take those steps to actually get there long term, not in any short-term bullshit quick fix way. You know that I can help you, otherwise you wouldn't be watching my videos, otherwise you wouldn't have been watching this video. You aren't here to just waste 20 minutes of your time, you're not doing any of that. And so, if this sounds interesting to you, there is a link in the description. You can click that link. It takes you to a page where there is an application form and a bunch of testimonials if you want to read those or watch the videos that some of my clients made. And what I want you to do specifically is I want you to fill out the application form on that page. It takes 2 minutes, it's like 5 or 6 questions, just fill that out. And if your application is one that seems like you're qualified to work with me, then you will automatically be able to schedule a free alignment call with me right then and there. So you might literally be able to talk to me within the next couple of hours if my calendar is free. Boys, this is like the 3rd time this camera is overheating. This is crazy. Anyway, if you are actually serious about taking a relationship to that higher level that you truly want it to be at, then click that link in the description, fill out the application, book that call, and you and me will speak very, very soon. I'll see you then.